At the end, we just on the lens, and then it ends. That's the ending transition. It transitions ripping down to Octopus Hour.
I hate you. And that's our intro.
Welcome back to Octopus Hour.
Welcome back to Octopus Hour. This is technically the final episode of Octopus Hour as it was on the radio, but also the start of something new. As we announced last week, we're going to be doing a second show, a little podcast, and it's going to be called Another Octopus Hour. It's going to be filmed in our second year kitchen.
Yeah.
With me, Ruairi, and Sam. It's going to be amazing. We're going to talk all things food. It's going to be
no fucking way.
Kind of a foodie podcast.
Because we're in
what we'll be cooking.
I think we're probably cooking during it.
And we're going to be talking music.
Yeah, it's just going to be basically
drinks.
Yeah, just extended Octopus Hour really. It's going to be more personal.
For the OG fans.
More whimsical.
Exactly. We've also got some Ben & Jerry's ice cream here. It's not sponsored, but I picked up in Sainsbury's because it was like $3.75.
It was $3.75. It was on discount.
So grab yourself some Ben & Jerry's on Nectar Card.
Yeah. So
I'm not going to take a while chewing this.
Understandable. Mm-hmm. So do you want me to fill? Okay. So basically, for those of you who are unaware, Thomas, Sam, and I we're all going to be living together next year. So for Octopus Hour Extra, we're going to be. I'm not really sure what the recording schedule is going to be. We're just going to do it more often. I think the idea is that it's going to be like an impromptu thing. So it's going to be a little bit more casual. There's going to be a bit less structure. It'll be less, intro music song. It's going to be a bit more sort of a podcasty format, which I think is going to be fun.
I think the plan is going to be to try and get one every week or every 2 weeks, depending on. I mean, it's basically up to me and my editing schedule because obviously I already have to edit the live show, which. Should be coming out today. I say today. It would have been released last week for the people watching this, but we're having a little bit of a problem with the processing speeds in my flat because the Wi-Fi is really slow. So that's one of the reasons why I'm excited to move into second year housing. We've got a great show for you today. I say a great show. It's a short show. Because
I think it'll be a good show.
We don't have Colette.
We do not have that. No.
Sadly,
we're going to have three of us. It's going to be really fun and cool. Colette actually has important shit to do.
Yeah, she does. She's got a job unlike us. Actually, fun fact, I got a job interview.
What for?
This weekend.
What establishment?
For Zzz's.
Oh, for Zzz's?
Yeah.
That's decent.
So a little pizza place, front of house. Yeah, I'm excited. I do have to travel all the way back down to Reading just for the job interview on Monday at 5 p.m, which is kind of shit.
That's a bit long.
And the train ticket is like 54 quid.
Fuck, that's awful.
So I'm not looking forward to that, but
Yeah, that is a bit long.
I'm still excited to have a job.
Definitely. Yes. Yeah. I'm hoping that I will be.
I need to be paid.
In this soon. Yeah. Cardiff's actually fucked. Cardiff.
Tell us about Cardiff because we're going to Cardiff this weekend.
Yeah, I went to Cardiff on Friday. Yeah. So I went to Thackful Thursday with Colette and Sam on Thursday night. Had a good time.
Had a really good time.
It was a good night.
Yeah.
And then Friday morning, I got the train to Cardiff to go visit my flatmate Tom because obviously he's moved back home now and I'm about to go back to Watlington, which is just outside Oxford, and I was like, can't be fucked. So yeah, came down, saw Tom, was lovely. Cardiff was very nice. I'd never been before, but we went to this giant antique shop, right? Yeah. There are 3 floors, and the amount of just random stuff. We got on a night out from Cardiff, right? That's one of those good. It's me, Tom, and his sibling Jackson. They're very cool. We were going out, good night. We bumped into some people Tom went to sixth form with.
Yeah.
We've been to this bar called Barbara's, which apparently used to be called Heidi. It's this German-themed bar.
Yeah.
Which is such a strange that all like the waiting staff are like lederhosen.
Isn't German really like famous for their beers?
Yes, it is famous for a bit, but I'm also just like, I got like a pint of Inches, but it was in like a very whimsical mega pint or something.
I've seen the Oktoberfest kind of glasses and vibes and things. Yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
That's pretty cool.
We made 3 friends in the area. They were fun, and then this random bloke comes up to us.
I think you went to Wales to go to a German bar.
I went to see Tom, and then we ended up in a German bar.
Kind of, yeah.
And then this random bloke just comes and sits with us. Jake goes, "Sorry guys, I just really want to smoke alone." Firstly, no one here is smoking, so you're still smoking by yourself. And he sat down and he's just chatting to us, and he's just yapping. He's really up himself. And he's there and he's like, how old he was? And we were like, how old do you think we are? Like 23, 24?
Damn.
Me and Tom, I'm 19.
To be fair,
Tom is 18.
With your beard and with your hair.
Me and Tom, I mean, we don't look. I don't think Tom definitely doesn't look 18, but
I think long hair adds a few years just in terms of like people assume you've grown it out.
Yeah.
Like, well, obviously you've grown it out, but people assume, you know, you probably grew out when you're like 18 or something, and therefore it's probably taken a bit of time to like take shape.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. So then he then goes, I'm 26, I'm gonna feel like a paedophile, and then immediately starts with people next to us who are also still 20.
Oh
like,
god.
It just doesn't help you, mate.
That's,
and then
yeah.
he was just very up and went on a bit of a rant, and then so we left, and then we went found Tom's friend from sixth form and went to a different place, right? This very drunk man like falls over behind me, goes through the back of my leg.
Damn.
Like,
yeah,
right?
okay.
And he stands up and he's just like, and then he sees my hair and he goes, ooh, your hair's so nice. I was just like, for context, this guy's about 40.
Yeah.
Has like long hair to about here, but his hairline's halfway there.
Yeah.
Chopped.
Oh my god.
Right.
We had yesterday. I went to an art gallery in London, and there was this guy who pulled up. He was like, "Oh my god, Mini James!" James is my brother.
Sorry.
He was like, "Dude, your hair looks really good," and I was like, "Cool, bro." I don't really know what to say about that. I don't really know what to do when people compliment me on my hair or like physical attributes. I just. Bro, I have to cut that out as well. You make so much effort for me.
Just bleep it.
He's actually gonna like. Yeah, do you know what I will do? I'll just start bleeping things. No, because that's going to give you an excuse to like just keep saying random shit.
He then sees Tom next to me and he goes, ooh, and then goes, looks at him and goes, he's cuter because he's shy, and we're like, alright mate. And he's like really...
How old is this guy as well?
40. He's like literally 40. He's like really gunning for Tom here. And he asks Tom where he's from. Tom says, yeah, English actually my second language. And the guy's like, oh, me too, my first language is Welsh, what about you? So I was like, Uzbek. Tom looks this random guy. Yeah. The guy's Welsh.
Oh, okay.
Tom looks the guy dead in the eyes and goes, yeah, my first language is Uzbek.
Oh, Tom says his first language is... Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
And convinces him for the next 15 minutes that he is half Romanian and Uzbekistani. Grew up in Kazakhstan and is called Vladislav. And you're there going, yes, I believe all of this. And they asked us where I am, and I'm from, and I panicked, just say Oxford. He goes, that's really boring. That's actually really boring. I was like, yeah.
She said you're from Ireland.
And I was like, yeah, I know. It's no Kazakhstan. It's no Kazakhstan. Yeah. The guy was like, yeah, ha ha ha, yeah. And then just fucked off. And then Tom told another man he was called Hubert, and just like.
So Tom was just playing an alter ego all night.
Tom was just going out to people making up names.
I respect that.
It was funny, but it was also really stressful for me because I had to remember who he had told which name.
Right.
Because they come to me and ask, oh bro, how's Hubert? And I'm like, Hubert's so good. I was like, I hate you. I saw the other guy, he goes, where's your mate Vladislav? And I was like, I was there looking at him like, who? Yeah, it was an interesting night because the 40-year-old man was really trying to fuck Tom.
Okay, we had this guy
taking Tom to clubs is mildly funny. Tom cleans up.
Like the first week of freshers, right in Bristol. And me, Abby, and Laurie.
I remember you telling me. Right, I remember this.
And this guy who was like, okay, let me go back to the beginning. First of all, we offered Steve a brioche.
Oh, I remember this.
Because we bought a bunch of brioche because we were really hungry before we went to the club. The club being SWX for the first time. It was a bad night. That was the night I jumped off the wall and really hurt my foot as well.
You broke your fucking foot.
But no, we got to like the door of the club and we couldn't get in with the food, so we were like trying to give away this brioche to people. So we were giving it away to a few homeless people and stuff. And then we found Steve and we offered him a brioche, and you know he was like, oh no, I don't want a brioche. But you guys look kind of like good looking. Would you maybe want to like go someplace quiet? And we're like, Steve, we're okay. We're going to the club, and he's like, I could take all three of you, and we're like, Steve, we're okay. We're going to the club. And then we ask out, like, Steve is like 38 years old, okay? So he's like a fully grown ass man. He's not even drunk. He's just sober Steve. And he's asking three people on their like first night out,
freshly 18.
who are all 18. Yeah, freshly 18. Like, oh, can I take you back to my place and do a foursome? Like, no thank you, Steve. And
Think of how funny the story would have been though.
Do it for the Lord.
You Laurie Happy Steve.
Moving on from
Predators.
Moving
on from Predators. Thomas.
I really want to drink. To take the edge off being on camera today, I have the end of my fireball that
You're gonna have to blur this so
when
much.
I had to blur it. I'd have to blur
I think it
alcohol
might be a
on
content
YouTube.
warning.
Nah, you can. People drink on YouTube. You just can't make money off it. But we can't make money off this anyway
Octopus
because
Hour.
it's Octopus Hour. Exactly. So I bought this when I broke my arm, and I had to be flown back from Lyon Airport. So it's super duper cheap and duty free. But I have been trying to stop saying the word so often because I've noticed I say it all the time on the radio.
Yeah, and more than you, by the way. You need to fill up your shot with it.
Sorry, apparently I need to fill mine up a bit.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, I've already said it there. Basically, I say the word far too much on the radio, and it's an editing nightmare for me because I'm the one who edits the episodes. But it's also just really annoying for you guys to hear, especially live. So to stop myself from saying from now on, whenever I say it, we're gonna both take a shot.
Okay.
Or I'll take the shots now. Maybe you take the shots during Have I Got Tentacles for You?
Yes.
We've got a banging segment
We've got
coming up.
Big segments
But
coming
just
up.
before that, we've got a few more like catch up things.
Yeah. Because
I'm really
since
worried
my
about
last appearance,
posture.
the last time I was on this show, I was still in a relationship. So it's been
Damn, it's been
a while.
Wow. Okay.
for me,
So
Octopus Hour.
yeah, Ruairi.
Yeah.
Ruairi's no longer with
I am
Hannah.
no.
Sadly.
Sadly.
I was editing the episode in which we talked about we interviewed Alex from Brightwater Studios, and it was so funny because the orange segment on that episode was about Cappadocia and going there for your anniversary and my anniversary as well, and it was quite funny.
The food banged though.
So the food was great. Don't get me wrong. Shout out
Meal was
Cappadocia.
amazing.
We've got a orange segment for you guys today. We've got we both grabbed meal deals before we came here.
We did.
It's a pretty simple orange segment. I actually grabbed my meal deal. Well, technically I grabbed it yesterday when I was in Paddington Station before I came back home. But I got myself a hoisin duck wrap, or no hoisin, no duck wrap, exactly, because I'm vegetarian. I got some mango and pineapple, little fruit packet. I was feeling like maybe the crisps were not a good idea. I was trying to be a bit of a health kick. I was trying to be a bit healthy.
Health kick in the meal deal. Is diabolical from you.
Even though
Said by the way to your shot.
Did I?
You said to your shot. Yeah.
It's actually not that bad.
Yeah.
I enjoy Fireball.
Yeah.
Maybe I should be doing like half shots.
Maybe you
I
should
feel
be
like we're
doing
gonna
half
run out
shots.
of, like...
Yes. We might be.
Yeah. Just to not run out.
Said again.
That being said, I've got... Did I actually? I'm trying so hard not to. This whole show might just be me getting drunk on camera, which is a really bad idea. So, because that doesn't count as the word, I was just about to
I know you were. I was looking at
The problem
you.
is, I say it before I start my sentences.
Yeah, it's like a prefix.
Yeah, exactly. A prefix to all my sentences. So we've got an orange segment for you guys.
We do have an orange segment. So you got the hoisin no duck wrap. You got some fruit. What drink did you get actually? What drink?
I got. Oh, I tell you what drink I got, and it was really disappointing. It's right here. I read this as Pepsi, and on the side, cream soda flavored. Now that is not cream soda flavored. In fact, it is, and if the camera will focus, strawberries and cream flavored. It was not very pleasant.
Well, because it doesn't.
tasted like
how
the
the fuck did you
inside
get cream soda
of...
from strawberries and cream?
I just saw cream and picked it up and ran. I was in quite a rush.
That's per usual.
That's so mean. Anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So the creams, I was trying so hard to stop myself from saying it. It's
I know
really
you were on the
difficult.
verge. You stay strong.
The strawberries and cream tastes a bit like the inside of one of those like Christmas chocolates with the.
I feel you.
You know the strawberry like.
They're quality street ones.
Cream kind of stuff. Yeah, it's not particularly pleasant. Not one of my favorite chocolates.
Thing is, it's a nice
I do
chocolate,
enjoy
but I think
Quality Street though.
they're good chocolates,
Yeah.
but I feel like having them as a drink is a bit overwhelming.
Oh, 100%.
It's a bit
Yeah.
harsh.
It's quite sickly sweet. So, Rory, what did you get in your
Well, I had the Korean style chicken.
Yeah.
Korean style chicken wrap.
Classic
Elite
chicken wrap.
Elite wrap.
Yeah. With lots of chicken in this time.
Oh, I was so
It was
happy.
full to the
I
brim, it was
was
amazing.
so happy because I got one a few days ago that was pure. There was like a piece of chicken and just
Yeah.
So thing is, I like well spinach more. It's not lettuce, spinach, and I like spinach. Spinach is nice, but at some point I'm just like, but I kind of wanted the chicken.
You bought it for the chicken.
I bought it for like a mix of the two, and I didn't really get that. But other than that, it was good. I got salt and vinegar squares.
Yeah.
Ideal crisp. I love them because they're.
You've already talked about it before. They don't absorb the.
They don't like that's if they're
If you
going
put
in a
it in a
sandwich. That's if they're
sandwich,
going in a sandwich because previously I'd get the chicken and bacon sub sandwich, put the crisps in the sandwich because they don't get soggy, mix up the texture, nice and tangy, ideal, and then drink orange Lucozade Sport. Simple, effective. I'm a bit hungover as well, so the electrolytes.
Bro, needs the electrolytes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Night out in Cardiff.
Ideal. Cardiff was weirdly expensive. It was nice, but it was weirdly expensive.
That's kind of surprising to me. I don't know why.
I was very.
I mean, I guess it is a capital city,
Yeah, but
I always
it's
assumed that
Wales.
when you move into somewhere like Wales or well, actually, that being said, Ireland's very expensive. So
No,
Dublin's
really expensive.
Yeah,
The rest
exactly.
of
No,
Ireland
that's what I'm
is.
saying. So I'm saying like, when you think about a capital city of another country, maybe it is more expensive.
Well, capital cities obviously,
Yeah,
but I think it's
Madrid,
just the thing.
Berlin.
The thing that I was more shocked by was like, because obviously I've been to Wales a lot 'cause my family from my cousins live in Conway, so I go up to North Wales a lot.
Right.
Conway on a night out or like for a pint is cheap as chips.
Okay.
So for me in my head, I'm like, Wales
Yeah.
is
You
cheap.
kind of assume
Because
it's a very cheap place.
I'm a little idiot. I'm
Yeah.
stupid. So when I went to Cardiff, I was like, surely it will also be. No, it was
No.
not. I went to this like, can I have your cheapest beer? This place is completely empty,
Yeah.
by the way. Me and Tom are the only two people there. They go, yeah, £5.70.
Fuck
And I'm
me.
looking back at it.
That's sort of what we used to charge in like copper,
copper,
which
yeah.
is like I think we do like $6.60 or $6.30 for a pint.
And the
which is
bigger issue,
mental.
he's already poured it and put it in front of me. And I'm looking him back in the eyes, just like.
Yeah, especially if you're used to student prices in Bristol.
With Bristol, it's not that Bristol's like super cheap. It's that it has student discounts because it's got UE, BIM, used to have the old Vic.
Right.
It's got UOB.
Thing is, I've never been asked for like a student ID or anything when I get a student discount. So surely, if you're a young person traveling around any like city with a kind of student campus, you can probably.
No, I'm always asked for student
Really?
ID.
I've never been asked for student ID or anything.
I don't really get asked on the Apple anymore because it's concerning. 'Cause
Yeah,
they know
the
me
Apple,
now.
the Apple ID
They
pulled up
recognise
and
me now.
They gave me
I
a
can't-
student discount
the first time they'd be like, "Can you show the ID?" And then afterwards they'd be like, because my name's spelled really weirdly because Irish.
Yeah.
So they've remembered that because the name's weird. So I'd walk in, they'd be like, "We know you're a student. Have the discount.
Shit.
Thank you."
Let me just move back a little bit and adjust my posture because I've had a really sore like side for the last few days. The doctors have no clue what it is. They did a bit of poking around and physical examination and found nothing. Could have been a kidney thing, but they ruled that out. So basically, I'm left in the dark about why the fuck my side is so painful. So I'm just kind of like trying to sit up and like balance my weight on my spine instead. Enough about my posture. So, have I got tentacles for you? I've got 5 news headlines here. Some of them are made up, some of them are real. I'm going to be asking Ruairi whether or not these headlines are true or false.
I'm going to lock in here.
And if you get them wrong, you have to do a shot. So,
oh no,
we'll be very peppered by the end of this.
Dear.
I know, it's such a shame.
Terrible news.
It's basically just an excuse to day drink.
Yeah.
It's not the day, it's definitely like 9 o'clock, yeah. 3:46.
3:46 p.m. 3:46.
So
to be fair, it's a Saturday. It's not like it's like Wednesday.
It's a Saturday. Day drinking is
Acceptable.
Yeah. Number 1. Usain Bolt offers to coach ISHO Speed to run faster.
That's true.
Is this true or
true.
false?
That's true.
Are you sure?
That's true.
That's correct.
Yeah.
How did you know that?
I've seen stuff about this
Because
I've
actually.
Yeah, I've seen stuff about this purely
okay.
because I remember I watched him. He did a thing with Jamie Carragher and Micah Richards recently, who are former football, now football pundits, claiming that he could like run an Olympic thing, and they were like, "You're chatting shit," and he was like, "No, I can. I can do that."
Yeah.
Because I know he raced Noah Lyles. Because I remember there was a big thing about it.
fair.
Because I think Tyreek Hill, who's an NFL player, also wanted to race Noah Lyles and then backed out. But like ISHO Speed was like, "I'll race him."
And I think with the amount of like YouTubers and people and streamers getting into like professional sports and kind of serious athletics.
That's why I like that blurring the line
sense.
between influencer and athlete.
Number 2, Elon Musk leaked sex tape. Did he really moan Melania's name?
True.
That's false. I made that one up. I'm sorry. But I did get you with the leaked sex tape. So, hey ho.
I thought you were talking about the leaked tweets where he was talking about how he used to be where he was into being fetishized.
Oh my god, yeah.
I thought you were talking about those.
Right, that was crazy as
That was
well.
really
Obviously,
funny.
this is being filmed in the week where we've got the Trump-Elon beef going on.
Their breakup. The old man Yowie breakup.
Well, you got one wrong, so I'm afraid you're going to have to take a little shot of fireball there. And we'll fill you up. Well, you fill you up to halfway to be fair, because
don't have that much fireball left.
And we also don't have that much fireball left. I've got some Lucas Nice Rum though. We'll go to
we
that.
have Luca Fancy Rum.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, nice.
Which is actually quite nice. So
Really fancy rum.
that'll be quite fun. Right, we'll keep it moving. Number 3, NASA renamed their condom sizes after astronauts kept picking large, even if they weren't.
That feels true to me. Because I feel like as an I think especially NASA in the US, astronaut condom sizes. Would they offer them condoms to go to space? Because I'm sure it's.
It was more a condom used for like with a urethra tube to pee in a spacesuit.
That's false. You're reaching for straws.
It's actually true. It's actually true.
No,
NASA very recently had to rename their condom sizes because astronauts kept picking large. I've got the news clips here. Because astronauts kept picking large even if they didn't fit. One size doesn't fit all. Astronauts kept ordering their condom sizes. So they were given small, medium, or large. These are like condoms that wrap around the penis with a little tube. And when you pee,
condoms don't do that.
When you pee, such a cunt. When you pee, it would like get stored in like a little bag in the spacesuit. So when you're doing your spacewalks and things, you know, you're not losing any urine, and obviously it's not going into the suits as well. But people kept pissing, and because the condom didn't fit, they would end up filling up their own spacesuit and basically wetting themselves, which is quite funny. So
the Emperor pissing
bonus points if you can guess what they renamed small, medium, and large to.
The fact it's NASA makes me think it's planets.
It's not, but they had to rename them to large, gigantic, and humongous. So now, if you're technically a size large condom, you're humongous, and if you're small, you get to be large because then you can impress the
Jesus, the ego is actually
the female astronaut. I'm not entirely sure what's going on there.
Also know the size chart.
Right. Yeah, they do now. I'm not entirely sure. It was an incredibly big ego boost for the NASA space. I feel like if you're an astronaut already, it doesn't really matter if you've got a small cock.
You're an astronaut.
You're an astronaut. Space. You're kind of like, you know, winning in life.
Yeah.
If you've been to space,
so
if you've been to space and you're having to mention your cock size to get a date, you've already fumbled.
I haven't taken a shot in quite a while. I'm doing quite well.
Oh, to be fair, I haven't been policing you.
So I've been kind of like trying to check myself. If you saw me.
You said you literally just said right now. You said
Did I?
You said
Oh no. Okay, if that's wrong, I don't look back on the feed.
See, you've said that, now I'm going to police you.
I'm sorry. Right. Sorry. Next one. Man pulled gun after Burger King worker wouldn't accept drugs for payment, then shot at people in a parking lot.
True. And it was me.
Sadly, this is very, very true. I have the full news story on my phone here.
I've seen this.
It says, man pulled gun on Burger King worker after they wouldn't accept drugs for payment, then shot at people in a parking lot. This one's actually from August 2024. A Colorado man held up a gun to a Burger King drive-thru workout when they wouldn't accept baggies of druggies as drugs as payment, and was ordered to serve more than 143 years behind bars.
So fucking funny.
Imagine
Guess his name. Eugene Robertson.
I was going to say Quindarius.
Imagine that name. Eugene Robertson, age 40, after pulling a gun on a fast food worker who told the police he was scared he was going to be killed after turning down the drugs. Robertson then walked into a 7-Eleven car park across the street, pointed at the head of the store clerk, and then ran off into the car park, shooting at random strangers. He was sentenced to 143 years in jail. We're now on number 4, I think.
I believe.
Or number 5. We're on number 5. We're on the final one. Florida man arrested for attempting to transform into an octopus by wearing live octopus tentacles and swimming at Clearwater Beach.
That's something you would make up, but
True or false?
That's something you would make up, but I don't think you'd know it was Clearwater Beach. That's something that I know. I can see that. I can imagine you sitting there going, "This is gonna be really funny. He's gonna get this." I can see you cooking that up, but I can also see you finding it. The fact that it's Florida man makes me either think it's real or that you thought, "Fuck, who would do this?" And writing Florida man.
Which one is it? True or false?
Fuck. I'll say true.
It was false.
Fuck!
I made it up.
Fuck!
I searched up.
I knew you would do this. I knew you would do this. I said it. You said it, and I was like. You said it, and I was like, "That's something you would make up," and I was just like, "That's so bait."
I know.
The fact you said octopus, I was like, "There's no way that you would." Fuck! You got me. Fair enough.
Yeah. No one's ever going to strap octopuses to themselves and try and become a real octopus. That would be stupid.
On the first episode of Octopus Hour, second.
Octopus Hour season 2. I'll be here in the. I think it'd be so funny to become Dr. Octopus with like some like tentacles coming over your back.
Doc Ock.
Yeah, exactly that. Take your shot. Good. We're now going on to a little talk about music. We're not going to play any music on this episode because logistical difficulties of the fact that we're not in the studio, and this will sort of be how Another Octopus Hour runs. Obviously on the main Octopus Hour show we'll still be hitting you with the tunes every single week, but for the foreseeable future things will be recorded around the kitchen table. So Ruairi, what have you been listening to on repeat this week?
Well,
what's your on repeat?
On repeat, can I have two?
Yeah, you can have two.
Yeah,
we got plenty of time.
We got plenty of time. That's not here, so we've got to start.
Yeah. We got to find.
As I believe I've mentioned to you a lot. I don't know if I've mentioned it last time, wasn't it? Because it was months ago. To be fair, I did listen through it the other day actually.
Oh yeah.
Very good episode. You should listen to it if you haven't yet.
It is good.
Yeah. But I've been on a big 1975 kick the last few months.
Yeah.
And the issue is every week I'll find another song that I really like and I'll just listen to rinse the song for the week and I'll never listen to it again.
We do that with every artist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This has been so UGH with the last exclamation mark. Song about cocaine addiction, so it hits close to home.
Just my response to hearing Matthew's Healy voice is
understandable.
I just can't.
I hate him, but his music's really good. I really
cannot stand that man.
But his music's so good. Like I want to hate him, but
I think the problem is I just can't get into his music because. But no, I think don't get me wrong. I don't think 1975 is inherently like bad.
I think my issue is that I liked his music before I found out I didn't like him.
Yeah.
So I was already locked into enjoying it, and then I stopped liking him. I was like, but I like the music.
Like Panic in the Disco era back in the day.
Yeah, but that was a big issue. That was, and then I was 13, man.
Yeah.
And then I've been on a bit of a Nickelback kick as well. So something about Nickelback, fucking bang.
Wow.
God, it's good.
I've had two new releases, but also two songs that I've been binging recently. So it's a bit of an on repeat and a new release segment.
Ooh,
Mountjoy recently released their album Hope We Have Fun. That was last weekend. I think it was actually on the Saturday that we recorded an Octopus Hour episode. I listened to it on the way back home. Yeah, that was the More Rat special.
That was
if you haven't listened to that episode, check it out. It will be on YouTube. It'll have been on YouTube for about a week by this point.
And as someone who had not listened to More Rat before going into it, when I listened to it I listened to it live, as you always should, came out to it really enjoying it. I really liked More Rat.
She's a great artist.
Found some good songs.
We go through her whole discography in kind of like a whistle-stop tour and talk about her early life production. Welcome back from the break. We've been talking all things music here on Another Octopus Hour.
Yeah, been experimenting with it.
The newest release this week has been from Phineas and Ash. They've joined together to form a band called The Favours, which is pretty bloody awesome. And I'm really excited for their full album.
I've listened to a lot more Ash than I have Phineas, so I'm looking forward to maybe across.
Same thing with Molly. I've listened to more Phineas than I have Ash. I'm a big fan of their collaborative song When the World Falls Apart, or when the
Till Forever Falls Apart.
There we go. And with the power of editing, we said that the first time.
It's going to be us.
This time.
It's going to be a cut. It's going to be us going, oh, it's that.
Oh my god, it's that. The Little Mess You Made is the new single for the band The Favours.
Yeah.
They will be releasing their album later on this year. I'm really, really excited for this collaboration.
Do we have like a date?
And also for their performance. No, they haven't set a date yet. They're just kind of like teasing out the singles right now. It's an incredible song. I would really recommend you go and listen to it. It's called The Little Mess You Made by Favours, Phineas and Ash. Yeah. Their joint band.
I think it's going to be good. I have faith in this.
What else have we got to talk about today, Rory?
Unrelated, but I like his facial hair. Sorry, just the album cover's there and I'm like, his beard's sort of similar to my beard.
Phineas has a wonderful, like, close-shaven beard. His hair is kind of not the best right now.
No, it's in that awkward growing out phase. It's in that awkward growing out phase.
I don't think he's ever going to grow it long because he's had it in that phase for like a year and he keeps kind of like cutting it every so often and not letting it go all the way. In my opinion, I think, nice long hair or, something kind of like, a nice kind of like curly, shorty, fluffier kind of hair at one point. But when it's in that kind of like middle section, if it's a well done bob, it looks great. But his is just kind of like flat. I don't even know what to say. And it's annoying because he's one of my favourite artists and producers, but,
Hosier would never.
Fix your hair, man.
Hosier would never.
Hosier would never. We love Hosier on there.
Love Hosier. I love Hosier so much.
There we go. Or I just like where... Can I just do all like the episodes like this?
Yeah, let's do all the episodes like this.
I quite like this.
It adds, really.
Welcome to Octopus. I have to do so much editing. So much editing. I could like edit this into a little song with some auto tune and be like,
Yeah,
so much editing, 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 so much editing. Thank you for listening. Take it away. Damn.
Me wanking off Jeremy Corbyn.
Why?
Funny.
We should just cut it like after you go for a piss.
I'm just gonna be back in a sec. Ends.
Cut.
And then I'll just go, thanks very much, Rob.
I will joke your shit.
It's actually just gonna become another like shit video. Fuck, what have we done? If he hasn't listened to Hosier already, he'll be here.
I'm gonna tie him up and then afterwards we'll listen to some Hosier.
Gonna have to bleep that as well. Welcome back from the break. That was a while ago. I want to say it.
I know you
start the thing.
I
Welcome
can say
back from the break. We've been. Fuck! I actually just did it.
Okay, right, 3, 2. All right, welcome back from the break. Apologies for the inconvenience. I did in fact really need Lou.
Rory needed to retrieve himself.
Yeah.
Retrieve himself.
Relieve himself. Yeah. It sounds like I'm jerking off, man.
We what the fuck? Do you have to mention?
You did. You looked me outside. It sounds like
He just needs to relieve himself. It's a diabolical title for a song.
That's actually so. I didn't even realise that was. Anyway,
Say it on the pod.
don't make a joke about it.
I'm gonna smile at God. Oh fuck! I'm jerking it again. Fuck.
Like and subscribe, guys. Goodbye. Bye. 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 We're gonna say it at the same time. We're gonna look in the mic. Bye.
You know the bit in Bullet Train.
Yeah. Bye.
That's the one.
I hate my life.